What the f was that?
Turn the engine on.
Did you see this gear stick? It was like moving on its own.
I think we need a new car.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let me just wipe that down with something.
Wipe what down?
This, because I like to rest my arm on it. And it's fucking sleepy.
Passenger princess.
I'm the driver.
Oh yeah.
What's
Don't
happened to the
forget turn lights
handle?
off. It snapped off. Can you turn the lights off so we don't...
What lights?
The car lights, so the battery doesn't die. We've got McDonald's!
We've got a big order.
We've got a big order of McDonald's. Do you want to know what we've got? What he's got. I like a McMuffin, but I don't like the round rubbery egg. So I got bacon and sausage. We got pancakes to share. Sam got a cheesy flatbread and a wrap. Mini hash browns. We're trying the new mini hash browns. And then you got a smoothie. And I got an OJ. I did want an iced coffee, but they don't do any syrups in the iced coffee. In America they did. Do you remember? Oh, how cute.
That's actually nice.
With a little
Yeah.
mini hash browns. But anyway, welcome back. We've got a long list of questions to get through, and we've got some fuel. We've just been to the gym, so we look a bit sweaty. There's your. Is that going to be your starter or your chaser?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
know,
You got
I'm
your
a bit
big old
overwhelmed.
wrap. Is this the first time you've had it since it's come back?
I don't know actually. Maybe.
You've missed that wrap.
syrup.
That's the
That's
syrup.
good syrup as well.
Mighty muffin. I think. Yeah, that's yours.
Because
Oh,
this
it's
is
the
a lot of
proper
food actually.
golden syrup. I know it is. I know it is. And then we've got pancakes to share as well. I love McDonald's pancakes. Should we have a look at the panties?
They are good.
They are good.
Did they give you a
They
nice?
smell so vanilla-y and artificial. I love it. Yeah, they did. Right, we'll keep them up there for dessert for breakfast.
I don't know where to store all my goods.
Right, we've got a bag. What do you mean, the ones that you're eating? Do you want to keep the ones that you're not having yet in the bag, or
No, I'll put the rubbish in the bag.
rubbish in the bag?
What are you starting with?
Oh, how cute are these little hashies? Oh, I don't know. I'm
Have
a
you
bit
got the questions ready?
overwhelmed. They're on my phone. Hang on, I need a swig of OJ.
I'm going to try a little hash brown first, you know, just to get me started.
I've only got 4 in mine. Where is my phone?
I've got 6 in mine, there you go.
Oh, thank you. Where's my phone gone? Oh, it's in here. Should we try a hashish together?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, they look good actually. I need some salt. Mmm. Exactly the same. They're a bit crispy though, aren't they? Because they're mini.
Yeah, I was going to say the opposite.
Oh, really?
I was going to say the opposite.
But you get more batter, don't you?
I don't know. I do like them. They're better than chips.
Right. Should we start with like a surface level and not get too deep straight away?
Yeah, let's ease into it.
Okay. So I've actually mentioned this one to you the other day about who would you sit down with and have dinner with, dead or alive. It could be anyone in the world. And I've been thinking about this one, but I don't really know.
Just one person?
One person. Or let's say 3 people. 3 people, dead or alive. Who would you sit down with and have a meal with? For me, I think it would be like, I'm really fascinated with like old Hollywood and that. I think for me it would probably be like Elvis, Marilyn Monroe. I don't know who my third would
Would
be.
you not feel left out? Because they all knew each other, didn't they? They'd all be getting
No,
along.
but that's like the era that fascinates me the most. But it could be someone from today, like Elon Musk.
Yeah, I was thinking Elon Musk. I was thinking Elon Musk, Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah, he's your favourite director, isn't he? That would be a good one actually. I think that's a good one. I knew you'd be good at this question.
Elon Musk, Quentin
But then you've also got to
Tarantino,
think,
and I
what-
want someone dead as well. Maybe like Einstein or something.
But what
Pick his
conversations
brain.
would you have with these people?
I'd just let them speak.
I feel like I'd just be like,
Well, you wouldn't
just
really be
let
able to
them
contribute,
speak.
would you? It would just be listening, I think.
you'd have to come up with like some good questions to ask. That's a good one from you though. I don't know on that one. I think I'd have to stew on that one for a while. And then it would be like you'd want different people for different things, wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah, maybe like Elon Musk, because obviously Quentin Tarantino, maybe a musician, maybe like
Yeah, that would
maybe
be
just
cool.
like Drake or something.
Or like the old rock band, an old rock band or something.
Yeah, but you'd only get one member, wouldn't you?
Sure. I always forget how good the sausage is from McDonald's and the McMuffins. They're so good. Right, let's get into some juicy ones. Next one is, what do you argue about?
Your mess.
Yeah, but no, to be fair, when I was thinking about this one, I don't think we argue. I think we bicker. Which I think is normal, especially when you live together. Like, me and my flatmate from uni used to be exactly the same. Like, you bicker about the small things. It is usually like my mess, like jobs around the house, like taking the bin out.
I don't think we even bicker about that. I think I'm more just like, we'll just complain to ourselves about having to do it rather than like...
Yeah, you're passive aggressive.
Am I?
No, but like, we'll make little digs and stuff. But I would say in our whole relationship, we've been together now 5 years, we've probably had...
I think we've had one argument.
One or two like big arguments, which is weird for me because one, previous relationships for me have just been constant arguments, and I also came from a family that used to argue a lot. Like, my mum and dad used to argue a lot at home, so I think I've got to that stage in life now where I'm like, I just can't be bothered with it. I don't want to be around arguments. Like, in the future when I have kids and stuff, I don't want to be in a relationship that has arguments. And I think some arguments can be healthy in some relationships, but I feel like a lot of arguments aren't, and I just can't be dealing with that. I feel like I've had too much of that in my life. So
as long as you speak your mind and don't like
and I feel like
things.
our personalities complement each other quite well. That makes it that way.
Yeah.
But
no, we don't really argue. I can't remember the last time we argued.
We have like shouting arguments, like shouting matches and stuff. It's just like bickering, like little, more like you would with your friend, really, wasn't it? Like when I lived with my friend at uni, it was the same sort of thing. Like, who's done the washing up? Like,
I think we do it more to wind each other up though, as a laugh, rather than to like actually
but I
bicker
take it
though.
seriously.
I just know how to push your buttons.
Yeah, I've got a short fuse, especially when it's my time of the month, which is now. Right, the next one is, how do you keep the spark?
What do you mean?
Like, in a relationship, how do you keep the spark? Because it is a conscious thing that you have to try and do, I think.
Really? I've never once thought I need to keep the spark. I think it just happens naturally with some people.
No, for me, like, quality time is a big one.
Well, yeah, but I think
again, especially when you live together, you spend a lot of time together, but it doesn't mean that it's always quality time. We're quite good at doing that anyway, which is probably why you think that.
I think it just comes passively. Like, we'll go out for food occasionally. We'll cook dinner, like a fun dinner
Because you want
occasionally,
to.
or like we'll do something on the weekend. Like, we'll go.
Yeah. But I think there are times in relationships where it can get a bit like monotonous sometimes. Like, not even just our relationship, from like what I've heard and stuff. Like, you can go through phases of like routine and it has to be like a conscious thing. But I think date nights, like, my love language is quality time.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know what your love language is. I'd say acts of service.
Acts of service? Is that a thing?
Yeah, there's like acts of service, gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, and there's another one. What's the other one? We spoke about this before and we didn't know what yours was, but I think yours is acts of service. So if like
me tidying up your mess all the time without asking
no, but
for
it's like how do you like to receive? Like, what would you like me to do for you? You know.
I don't really expect you to do anything though. That's what I mean. Like, we just get on and it works, doesn't it? I don't know.
No, but everyone's got like love languages of like what they love. For me, it's quality time.
Doesn't everybody love quality time though?
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's one that you prefer.
I like quality time. Like when we go like on a date night, we don't do it all the time, but like when we do it, it's nice.
Yeah, but say for example, like if you were like showering me in gifts, that's not what I prefer. I prefer like quality time.
Yeah, we both.
Or like words of affirmation. Like, I don't need you to tell me like all the time, like, oh, do you know what I mean? But some people do need that. But quality time for me is number one in keeping the spark. Like, and actually quality time, like if you lived with each other, even if like we do some nights, like go out to the supermarket and buy something different for dinner and like cook it together, like just change up the like routine a little bit, like just do like a little something that's different. Like when we did that M&S night the other night. That was really fun, and it was literally just going to M&S and getting a ready meal, but like it just changed.
It was spontaneous as well.
Yeah, it was spontaneous. It like makes you talk to each other more than just like sitting down in front of the TV, and it just like changed up the routine, which is so important when you live together.
Yeah,
because day on day, like you do just have a routine and you fall into that, and your relationship does change, I think, when you move in with each other. So
depends what you're into, doesn't it? Like some people need a routine. I need a routine day to day, but like that doesn't mean I want our relationship to be routine. It's more like I want me to be routine. I think you just got to be with someone who works on it. Like if you're having to constantly think 24/7, you're probably with the wrong person.
And I think you like in some relationships, if the spark's gone, the spark's gone.
It's too.
There does get to a point
gone,
where I personally think like there's no reviving it, and like in situations like that, I think there's like how many people on this planet, like there's someone out there that it will just be effortless with. And I know relationships aren't all like always like rainbows and love, and do you know what I mean? But like.
I'm gonna get stuff into my bed.
Oh, the next course. Have you had your wrap already? Oh no,
I'm saving that till last.
Is that the last one?
Yeah, I had that McMuffin. It was nice though.
I do love a McMuffin. I always forget how good they are because we never have McDonald's breakfast. This is a proper treat.
The biscuit in America is better.
Alive.
The biscuit in America is definitely better. Yeah.
You had steak, didn't you? In your McMuffin in America, you had like a chunk of steak in there.
Yeah.
Right. The next one. We had this about 3 or 4 times. Plans for the future, marriage and kids.
Is that your answer to that question?
No, that's like what people have mentioned. I've just put that as the sub. Right, for us personally, we've spoke about this before.
Changes a lot, doesn't it?
We'd be happy to just like it doesn't change a lot though. This is what we've said. Marriage doesn't change a lot. Like for us, I don't think it would.
Oh no, I was just talking plans for the future in general. Like.
Oh, what our plans?
Yeah, like there was a time where we wanted to move abroad. And then there was a time where we wanted to move down south, and like it's all been a bit fluid.
Yeah,
but it's based on like.
And I don't really want to be like, right, next year we're going to do this, then we're going to do this, then we're going to do this. In terms of marriage and kids specifically, marriage, I'm not huge on. I think again, it's from coming from a family that have been divorced. All of your family pretty much have stayed together, haven't they? Like your mum and dad, both grandparents. For me, both grandparents on both sides divorced. My mum and dad divorced. A lot of my aunties and uncles divorced, so marriage for me isn't like a make or break. Like, don't get me wrong, if you ask me, I wouldn't say no, but right now we're not interested in spending like however much a wedding. How much does a wedding cost? Like 30 grand minimum. My friend from uni is getting married, and she was talking to me about it, and they're like not doing it on a budget, but like they're using her mum and dad's house, and like they're doing a lot themselves and stuff, and she's like minimum like 30 to 40k. We wouldn't have a big wedding like that anyway. Like when we were in Vegas, we were talking about just
Vegas wedding.
Yeah, like that's like us to a T. But our priority at the moment is like traveling and seeing as much of the world as possible, isn't it? Before we have kids. Again, like there's so many things that we want to do before we have kids. It's just not a priority at the moment. Like we both want kids. I can't wait to have kids. I'm really maternal, and I do get stages of being so broody, and I know he'll be such a good dad as well. Like, and everyone in our family like can't wait for us to have kids. But we've got a lot of
kids around us, though, haven't we? Like, I've got a lot of nieces and nephews.
Well, yeah, on your side, yeah, but. Because I'm the oldest sibling, I think my mum and dad are looking at me like, because my brother's still living that party life. He's like in his prime, out every weekend, so they're looking at me like, especially my mum and my nan.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it won't be like 10 years. I'd say like in the next 5. It's in our 5-year plan.
Yeah.
But not yet.
We just got a lot to do before I'd feel comfortable bringing a kid into the world.
And having children isn't a decision that I will ever take lightly.
No, it's life changing. I want to be settled.
I feel like some people not take the decision lightly, but I'm fully aware of how life altering having kids is, and I'm not ready for that to happen yet. Like,
no.
I know it completely like changes the dynamics of your life, and I know a lot of things that we do now we wouldn't be able to do as freely with kids. Like, not that we go out clubbing all the time and drinking but travelling is the main thing for us. That's what we want to spend our money on.
There's just a few big holidays we want to do first.
Yeah, like America for us was one of those big bucket list trips that we said we wanted to do before we had kids, and I'm so glad we got that done, because that wouldn't be possible with kids. So we want to do Japan. We want to do a lot more like travelling, seeing more of the world before we think about that. But yeah, eventually we want to get married, we want to have kids, but it's just not...
No rush.
No, there's no rush on that one. And then the next one is holiday plans, so this ties in quite well actually. So we've been speaking about next year, And we'll link in another question, because the next one is like what we plan on doing with our house, because I did mention that we were thinking about moving because our Help to Buy scheme is up next year. So we've been having to have the conversation of like, do we stay in this house? Do we move? There's been like question marks around whether we're going to move back to Cambridge, where I'm from, to be near my family. We've actually come to the decision at the moment, this could change, but that we're going to stay in our house where we are for a couple more years. There's a few things that we want to do. We want to get a new car. We want to go on a few more big holidays, don't we? And buying and selling a house is just a lot right now, and I don't think we're fully ready for that just yet.
Plus, we've got no real reason to move to a more expensive house. Like, ours is fine.
When we bought our house, like, we were 22, and it's a big house for 2 people. Like, we're really lucky that as a first house is incredible. So we're not in a desperate like rush to move. So the next 2 years, I think we're gonna stay put, and it also gives us more time to decide what we want to do, where we want to go, because I don't want to rush buying another house. I want to take our time. I want to get somewhere that we really love, that has potential. Like, I want to do a bit of a reno.
Yeah.
And like pump some money into the next house. So I don't want to rush it. And also another thing, obviously I'm self-employed now. I need like some good books behind me to be able to get a mortgage. And it's like a fairly recent thing for me doing that. So I need to get all my like accounts and books in order. And hopefully in a couple of years time we'll be in a much better position to buy and move. So holiday plans, you really want to go to Japan, don't you?
Yeah, Japan looks amazing.
So we're looking at Japan, maybe next year. And I'd love to do Bali. I never got to do the whole Bali thing. My friends, both of my best friends have done it like separately. One of my best friend Charlotte, she travelled the whole of like, is it Indonesia?
Yeah.
She did like all the islands and everything on her own, which looked incredible. But that was when we were at uni and I never did that. So I'd love to do like Bali and that, but we definitely wouldn't be backpacking. We'd be doing
we'd be doing it luxury.
I feel like we're past that now. So I'd love to do Bali, he'd love to do Japan. America, we're not done with America.
Oh no, I want to do Route 66, definitely.
So
I want to go skiing as well.
But that would be quite a cool one as a family, I think. A few years down the line.
But we'd need to be good at it first.
Yeah, because like this is another thing with kids and stuff, because we're both 27 now, we're like prioritising the holidays and the travel that would be harder with a family and with children while it's just the 2 of us. Like for example skiing or something like that, like that's not something that we necessarily have to rush. I don't know, but we're just like prioritising the ones that would be like really long haul, like Japan. That would be much easier, just us 2, wouldn't it? But okay.
This breakfast wrap is so good.
This is the slowest I've eaten in so long.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. I'm ploughing through mine, I can't resist.
That does look good. McDonald's eggs scare me in general, but McDonald's eggs really scare me. That looks horrid. It's like, why is it that colour?
What, white?
It's got a bit of grey in it.
Oh yeah, don't say that.
Another one. Oh no, this one actually is quite fun. What are your favourite things to do as a couple in autumn and winter?
Well, we always go pumpkin picking, don't we, when the season comes?
Pumpkin picking is an absolute favourite. It started off going with Sam's family, like, because he's got nieces and a nephew. Nephews actually now, but Rupert doesn't come with us.
Oh yeah.
So we started doing it with them, and then like the following year they couldn't make it or whatever, so it's just turned into a tradition like of just us 2 going, and we go out for breakfast and then we go pumpkin picking, and it's just so fun. Like even if you're not there to buy pumpkins, I think I'd still go.
Yeah.
You know, like even if you didn't have your own place.
Well, there's loads
to
to
live
do
or...
there, isn't there? They've got like a maze, they've got the pumpkins, loads of different types of pumpkins. They've got like food, drinks.
Yeah.
It's a decent one.
That's a fun day out. And then we love to do a Christmas market. Closer to the time at Christmas, we drove to. That was quite a disappointment actually, wasn't it? When we drove to Manchester that day.
Oh yeah, that was really annoying.
Manchester's about 2 hours from us. We drove to the Christmas market, and it like changed, hadn't it? Like the location or something.
Yeah, because it's usually like near the town hall, but they were like building something, wasn't they?
Yeah, I wonder if it's changed this year. I wonder if it's back.
I think it was 2025. It was a couple of years, but it used to be really good. But then we went and it was
Yeah, we've done
That's great.
Winter Wonderland, haven't we, in London? Because obviously where I'm from, back home where my mum and dad live, the train into London is like 40 minutes. So usually when we're there for the weekend, we get the train into London. We could do that again this year, actually. That might be fun. So yeah, Christmas markets, Winter Wonderland's a good day out. I feel like that's just generic, everyone knows that. Pumpkin picking. We like the cinema as well. We said the other day we want to go to the cinema a bit more. We love going. Whenever we do it, we don't really do it that often, but whenever we do it, we really love it, don't we? So maybe the cinema, we were looking at those cards, those unlimited cards where you pay like, what is it, like £15 a month or something, and you can go as many times as you want. But then how often is there a film that we like in the cinema?
I think you'd be
feel
going
like
for
you'd
the
make
sake
the
of it
most of it,
sometimes,
wouldn't you?
yeah.
Maybe we should look into that, because that's a fun little date night. But then other than that, to be fair, we just love being at home. Like, obviously we're really lucky to have like a lovely house that we really like, but like even just going out and getting a nice dinner to cook at home, like watching a film
Or eating out.
Eating out
Is like my favourite thing to do.
We're foodies, we love eating out, getting a takeaway, that kind of thing.
We're on a diet most of the time,
Yeah, we're like 85 to 15, aren't we? I can't think of anything else really in the winter. Obviously, like, we visit my family as well. Like, we'll go down and stay with my mum and dad for the weekend. Yeah. That kind of thing. I
can't think of anything else. Bonfire night, obviously.
Oh yeah, bonfire night. We need to find a good
We've had bad luck
bonfire
with
display.
bonfire nights, haven't we?
If you're from the East Yorkshire area, let us know what the best bonfire displays are, because the last 2 years we've tried a different one each time, haven't we? And they've been a complete. I think I vlogged the last one when it was raining.
Oh, and we sat in the car.
To be fair, that wasn't their fault, but
no,
I think even if it wasn't raining, it was like really drinky.
It was still a bit average, yeah.
Like the bar took up most of the thing, which is fun if you're into that, obviously. But we were just a bit like stood there, not knowing what to do with ourselves, because we don't really drink.
It wasn't even a bonfire.
No.
Well, it was raining anyway, but...
Was there a bonfire? Would there have been a bonfire? It was at a football stadium.
Yeah,
so there wouldn't have been a bonfire anywhere, I don't think, would there?
You need there to be a fire, because it warms you up, doesn't it, while you sat outside doing nothing, so...
Should we crack the pancakes open?
Yeah, I'm about to explode, you know.
Are you? I thought you were putting a weird face then. What was your best part so far?
The wrap, easily. You can't beat the breakfast wrap. You want me to hold them while you do that? They do smell like vanilla, don't they?
Yeah, they do. You know, like birthday cake flavour? Like candles and that.
Oh, God.
We need to take a thumbnail, actually. I'm going to pause this at the end. Should we have the pancake? Shall I pour the syrup on?
Oh, God, this is going to get a bit risky. Do you trust yourself to do it? Why are you doing it with that hand?
This is my right hand.
Oh.
Ready?
Do you want me to pour the syrup?
Okay.
I just feel like it's going to go all over my leg.
Ooh, that's good pouring, boo.
Yeah, I didn't really trust you doing it. You looked a bit on edge.
Right, we've syruped up the pancakes.
This is good syrup as well.
Lyle's
is the best, yeah. I hate it when it comes in them tins, though.
Oh, yeah, we get the square tubes, though, don't we? You can have the first bite.
Where's
I've got
the
to sort
fork?
my orange juice out in my hand. Okay.
Oh God, this is gonna be hard work for one hand.
Put it on your knee.
What's next on the list of questions?
Goals as a couple. I feel like we've kind of touched on this, haven't we? What
Goals specifically as a couple?
Yeah. Well, I guess we could do some individual ones if you have any. Do you want me to cut it?
No, I got it. I was just trying to do it with one hand. What are these made out of?
I don't know. It's like paper, isn't it?
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
I'll hold the tray.
It doesn't cut anything. I'm literally soaring into that.
Do you want me to try? Or maybe cut the ones that are on the bottom.
It's alright. Okay.
They look fluffy.
Let's pick it up with my bloody fingers
Do
a bit
it.
straight.
Do it.
Yeah, that's gonna be so much easier.
Roll it. You could have a roll, couldn't you?
Made from paper. Yeah, like that's not cutting anything, is it? Let's be honest. Goals as a couple.
Let's say in the next. I'd say the big one. Well,
isn't the ultimate one just to have a happy family and like have a nice house and like just be successful, bring your kids into a good world and that like.
Shall I have the heart? Okay. Is it nice?
They are nice, to be fair. They're a bit rubbery though.
Dillery.
They're a bit chewy.
that artificial
It's
vanilla.
Mackey's, you know.
I'd say the biggest goal, number one, right now is travel. For us right now, see the places that we want to see. The next one that's like right here is our next house.
Yeah, I think actually, yeah, the ultimate goal is to have a proper sick house that we've like almost done ourselves, like whether it's renovated
We're like
or
looking at
just
on
decorated
Rightmove
it,
all the
like
time. Like, even though right now we're not in a position to buy, like we're just getting ideas. Like,
because we're such homely people, I feel like having a sick house is like one of my. Like, I want a home gym, like.
see that this is another thing with like marriage and stuff as well. Like for me, I put a lovely nice home above being married right now. Don't get me wrong, when we have kids and stuff, I obviously would want the same name as them, and like I feel like it just gels you together as a family, doesn't it? But
that is all it is.
Right
though, isn't it?
now,
like, nothing changes when you get married.
yeah, like that's what I meant earlier when you said that. Like nothing would change, and I guess it's easy for us to say that now. Like we're not engaged, we're not married, nothing would change. But like, I don't think it's the same as like years ago. You know, like in the 60s or something, where you'd be living at your family and then you get married and your dad gives you away, and it's like you move in together. And I feel like the dynamics used to change.
You just
so
do all
much,
that now
but
anyway, don't you?
yeah, I feel like right now, that's what we were talking about. My cousin got married and we were talking about like wedding gifts and stuff, and it's like back in the day you'd get everyone would buy like home stuff, wouldn't they?
Yeah, like a kettle and like
yeah, because you'd be moving in together and it'd be like a new chapter in life. But I feel like between us, like apart from names and stuff, I don't think, and legally obviously like things change, but yeah, I right now like the thought of spending like 30k on a wedding
just for the sake
when
of
we
having
want
the same
like
name.
this really nice next house, yeah. So travel, then after travel, this is the thing, like we need to start saving for our next house really. But
You know what, I would, since we've done America's like the main place I ever wanted to go to. Like everywhere else is just a bonus for me after that. Like I would say a house is on my.
Japan is big for you.
It's big, but well, no, yeah, it is big to be fair. I would put a house equally at the top though,
Yeah,
because we haven't been able to do much with our house, have we? We haven't been wanting to spend the money on it because we know it's temporary.
yeah, so right now obviously we live in a new build. We bought the new build off plan, so we're the first people to live in that house, which is really nice. But our next house, I'd personally like something a bit older. You're a bit more modern, aren't you? But I'd love something with a bit more character.
I just don't want to deal with spiders, and it would
Yeah,
be me
I
who
know.
has to kill them.
Yeah, we've probably had like 3 really big spiders in our house.
Probably not
We're
even
getting
that.
more now. But
I just want something with a bit of character that we can.
I've got a vision board. I've got
Put a
like 2
twist on it.
Pinterest boards. Yeah. We know what we want. We've got like a tick list for the next house. So yeah, goals for as a couple for the next few years is ticking those last places off our bucket list of travel before we have kids, and a lovely new house.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a couple of years' time we'll be ready to start looking for that. I think that's...
I don't need much more than that to be happy, if I'm honest.
No, the last question is, how do we make big decisions together, like where we're going to live or like moving and things like that? And it goes back to what we were saying at the beginning, like I don't want this to seem like, oh, we're trying to make out we're this perfect couple and like these things are so easy for us, but like we are quite on the same page with a lot of things. We've never really like had to, and I feel like it's just situations in our life, like we didn't necessarily decide to, I don't know, the reason we stayed up north near Sam's family is because
But I had a job and you'd just finished
he
uni.
had a job, I'd just finished uni, so I didn't have any ties, and I really love it up here. Like I went to uni in Sheffield, which is about an hour from here, and things just aligned. Like we didn't have to sit down and have the conversation, really, did we? It just sort
It was
of
just
happened.
a logical thing, I think. Like,
Yeah, and like when it comes to decisions in the next part of our life, like where we're going to live, again, it's like I'd love to live near my family, but at the same time there's pros and cons, and I feel like the pros of staying up here are outweighing the cons of staying up here.
yeah.
Like house prices,
just the
there's
convenience
more,
of everything.
like where we live right now is the perfect area, like 10-15 minutes you're into a city centre. We've got every single shop you could ever want, like right on our
Literally every
doorstep.
shop.
Restaurants, like
Beautician, clinic things,
clinics,
like multiple gyms.
anything you need. Like even my reformer Pilates, I googled one like literally down the road, whereas like back home in Cambridge there's nothing. Like when we go down for the weekend and stuff and we're like looking for a place to go out for food, or like it just seems like there's nothing there. So we have got it good here.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
It's
making
definitely
big
like-
decisions, like we're quite aligned on that, aren't we? Like,
I think we're both different thinkers, but it works because like you cover aspects that I wouldn't think about, and I probably think about the things that you
Yeah.
wouldn't think about, and it just
we
sort
just
of
work as a team,
yeah.
and like, I think you've got to be calm and like hear each other out as well, and don't butt heads with things. And, but yeah, I
well,
don't
there's
know.
usually a valid reason for the
Yeah.
choices that we make. So
And
it's
we've
never
been
like,
quite lucky, whereas we've not like butted heads on. I mean, I'm sure at some point in life there'll be a moment where we do like think differently on things,
Maybe.
but it hasn't come yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll
We'll see.
revisit that one. But
we'll let
I
you
think
know.
that's all the questions done now. Actually,
Yeah.
look how steamy this car is.
I know. I was going to put the
It
fans
looks
on, but
like
it'll
Sam
mess
said it
the
looks a
audio
bit
up.
dodgy. We've literally driven to this quiet car park. We're in the corner. The car's all steamed up in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
With a
is
bag
it?
full of
With a
Mackies.
bag full of Mackies. But we'll wrap this one up here. My dad's actually just texted. He's leaving at 11.
He's leaving at 11.
Dad's coming to visit, which would be nice. We're going out for some dinner tonight along the marina. After we won't eat again now until we go out. That's a bad day of eating.
I need
isn't
some
it?
help.
But
Yeah.
thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one.